Hi everyone, it's Alejandra, and I'm so excited to be doing this video. You can see what is behind me. It's this fun locker that I have completely organized from bottom to top, and I'm so excited to share what I've done. So before I show you inside, let's just take a 10 seconds to talk about why it's important to have an organized locker. So you gotta have an organized locker so you can get to class on time, you can find your homework, you can find your books, you can have a place for everything, and you're not distracted by papers shoved at the bottom of your locker. Because when that happens, you lose things, you can't find things, and you're late for class, you're late for assignments, and you might get lower grades and all that bad stuff that you don't want to happen. So let me show you exactly what I did inside so you can have an organized locker and be productive in school and get good grades. Okay, so let's look at the inside. Okay, so I'm gonna start on the locker door at the very top, work our way down, and then we'll start in the back of the locker and then work our way down. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to do when I was organizing this locker is add some type of pop of color, design, or some type of personalization to make it me. Because I feel like that's so fun. If you're in school, you see your locker multiple times per day, so you want to make it you. So what I did was, or the first thing I wanted to do was add locker wallpaper to give it that personalization. Now you can find locker wallpaper in tons of different places, but you can find contact paper in more places because locker wallpaper is kind of seasonal. So this is contact paper. I got this contact paper from TJ Maxx. It's made by the Macbeth collection. I will put links to everything that I'm talking about in the description of the video, if there is a link. Some things don't have links because you can only find them in store. But this is contact paper. Now I tried for 2 hours to try and get this contact paper to look nice, look even, have no bubbles, and just look nice. And I just could not get it after 2 hours. So I finally gave up. And I'll tell you one reason why it wasn't working. The ventilation of the locker at the top and at the bottom makes it kind of difficult. You kind of have to go around it, and the whole lock mechanism in the middle of the locker makes it tough. So contact paper is extremely difficult to decorate a locker with. I actually don't suggest it because it's so hard. Now they do make locker wallpaper that is not sticky in the back and you just use magnets and stuff. I tried that and it just didn't look flush against the door, and the perfectionist in me didn't like it. So then I tried two different types of tape. I tried duct tape, and duct tape looked better than contact paper, but it still looked kind of messy because I feel like duct tape has, I don't know, it just doesn't cut straight and stuff, so it didn't look nice. And then I tried decorative masking tape, washi tape, and that looked better than duct tape, but I just felt like there was something else I could have done. So then I found wall decals. It's wall stickers. I found them at Michael's, and that's what I actually ended up using. So you can kind of see here the flowers I found, and it's actually hard to find small wall decals. A lot of them are these really big sayings and stuff, and that just was not gonna fit. So I found these at Michael's, and I love them. They were kind of expensive, but it was the only thing I could find that would work. And then, of course, a week later, after I organized this locker, I found wall decals at Dollar Tree. So if you watched my Dollar Tree back to school supply haul, I showed these. You get 8 big flowers for $1, and then you get all these small, fun, colorful bubbles, in the same sheet. Had I found this earlier, I totally would have used this, because this was $1, and these flowers were 15 bucks at Michael's. So I put flowers all throughout the locker. It's not just right here, but I'll show you when I get there. Okay, so wall decals are a great, easy option. Now, another week after I did the locker, I found another solution that is awesome also, and it's magnetic locker wallpaper. So all you do is, I'm just gonna close this, you just stick it on the door, just like that, and it's just perfectly in place. And yeah, it's another easy option. So if I was going to reorganize or redecorate this locker again, I would either do the wall decals or I would do the magnetic locker wallpaper. So I will put links to where you can get this stuff in the description. Okay, so moving on. That was a lot of detail. The top of the locker, I have a mirror. Now it's covered in tape right now because of the lighting in the camera, but it's a locker mirror. It has a little shelf for glasses or anything you want to put. I put glasses and I put lip gloss. And then at the top, there's magnets I just found in my office. Okay, so next thing. You know how when you go to like anywhere you want to buy locker accessories, they always have a magnetic whiteboard to add to like the middle of your locker to write down notes or reminders or dates or something. Well, at first I was like, okay, yeah, I definitely need that. And then I was like, well, what about if you just take a dry erase marker and you just write on your locker? Like the locker is magnetic itself. Won't it just erase with a dry erase marker? So what I did, I wrote this little squiggle right here with my dry erase marker. I did this about a week ago, just to show you in this video how easily it erases even after it's been there for a little bit of time. So this is just a wet paper towel. I'm just gonna take this and just erase this, and it just erases perfectly. Hello, you don't need a whiteboard. All you need is a dry erase marker and it erases. And you could do the same thing with a chalkboard marker because that erases just as well. Chalkboard markers, they work on mirrors, glass, ceramics, chalkboards, lockers. So if you just get the special markers, you don't need a whiteboard. That's the whole point of that whole 2-minute explanation. Okay, so then right here I have a magnetic locker shelf, and all I did was put little things in the compartments like tape and post-it notes and stuff. Now, if you have a magnetic locker shelf, you have to be careful with the amount of weight you put because if it gets too much weight inside, then it starts to fall, and then when it falls it gets annoying and stuff. So all I did was I kind of put magnets underneath this magnetic organizer so it wouldn't fall because it is kind of heavy right now. But yeah, so I did that. Okay, and then I put a little magnetic, or not a magnetic, I put a motivational quote. I love these quotes. I put a quote on the door. It says, "Life isn't about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself." I love this quote. I feel like it's like so true. Life is about creating your best self, like, you know, yeah, creating your best self. So that is just a nice, good reminder. Okay, so moving down to the bottom of the locker. So in the middle of the locker, I put a photo of my friends and I just used washi tape to secure it to the door. So this is washi tape. This is from Michael's. You can get it in, Michael sells like 90 different colors and patterns, like crazy amounts of washi tape. So I just use washi tape to do that, to attach it. You could just use a magnet, go like that. It's so simple. Down here, I put more flower decals to kind of give it, you know, more personalization. And then down here, so another way to attach a photo to the locker door is using adhesive business pockets. So adhesive business pockets are sold at Office Depot, Staples. It's basically just like a little laminated pocket that you slip a business card in and it's sticky in the back. Now, it's kind of like a photo frame. So if you stick it on your locker door, you can easily just stick a photo in and then easily change it in like a month when you're sick of the photo. So it's just a great, great way to like create like, you know, a frame for your locker door. All right, and that's gonna stick, that's gonna peel off really nicely. It's not gonna leave a residue or anything. All right, and then at the very bottom of the locker, there's more magnets and another smaller flower. Okay, so I think that was, yeah, that's everything for the locker door. Let me show you what is inside the main part of the locker. Okay, so at the top of the locker, I put more of the flower wall decals on the sides, the back, and the top, just to give it like more personalization. Then I also added another motivational quote at the very back, just for more motivation and inspiration throughout the school day. Okay, and then I got a candy jar just like this, and I filled it with mints for after lunch or during the day because you probably can't chew gum in school, and so a mint is a great alternative. And then I have my lunch bag right here. So I didn't have a reusable lunch bag or else I would have definitely used that. So I suggest using a reusable bag instead of a brown paper bag that you just end up tossing. All right, and then I have a cosmetic bag that just hangs out at the very top of the locker that has some hygiene things. So I'm just I'm not gonna pull everything out, but I'm gonna tell you what's inside. So I have hairspray, tissues, hand wipes, a tampon, a ponytail holder, a hair claw, lotion, deodorant, Advil, a Tide stick, and that is everything. So yeah, so that just hangs out at the top of the locker. So you could keep it in your backpack, but I just feel like it's like so heavy that it's just unnecessarily gonna weigh your backpack down, and yeah, I don't think it's necessary. So that just hangs out there. And then right here, so I just used my chalkboard marker to kind of like doodle on the edge to show you how well it erases. So I'm gonna grab paper towel and I'm going to erase it. Just like that. See, it erases beautifully. So it just goes to show that you could just use the chalkboard marker and dry erase marker, which I mentioned earlier, instead of using a whiteboard. All right, so one more thing up here before I move down. I was like, when I was organizing this locker and I was looking in the stores and stuff, I saw the magnetic chandelier that's like super cute for the locker. It's magnetic, so it just hangs down right in the middle. Now, even though it's cute, I felt like it just wasn't very functional because it just like hangs in the middle and then you can't put very many things at the top of the shelf. And so if I had a locker and I was in high school, I would prefer to have that shelf open and make it usable space instead of wasted space. So I don't know, that's just a personal preference to me. Okay. So in the middle of the locker, I have my backpack and then I have a gym bag. So I'm gonna do a how to organize your backpack video and how to organize your gym bag and how to organize your gym locker video coming up sometime soon. So I'm not gonna show you exactly what's inside. Okay, so now let's move to the very bottom of the locker. Okay, so at the bottom of the shelf, I put a freestanding locker shelf to store all of my textbooks and to maximize space. So when I was looking for the locker shelf, I searched everywhere and did all types of research to try and find the best locker shelf that was like sturdy, it wasn't wobbly, it maximized space, it had adjustable shelves, and this was an awesome find. So you can adjust the shelves, it comes with 2 shelves, it's not wobbly, it's so sturdy, and it's just awesome. So I put my textbooks right here on this shelf, and what you want to do when you have textbooks is you want to store them vertically because it's going to be a lot easier to grab your book when you're switching classes. So when you come to your locker, you know, if you need this one, you just come here, you grab this, like it's not heavy, you're not moving other books to get to this one. Unlike the books down here, when you stack them just piled on top of each other, to get to the bottom textbook, you know, you have to pull it out. This one's heavy. If there's more on top, it's even more heavy or even heavier. So it's just frustrating to get to the bottom one. So save yourself time, save yourself frustration, and store your books vertically. Now I'm going to do a separate video on how to cover your textbooks because I feel like I covered my textbooks in a fun and colorful way. So yeah, so I'm going to do that video coming up soon. And then I also put another wall decal on the bottom of the shelf to give it like some more color and stuff. So that is everything I did to organize my locker. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want more back to school organizing tips, you can visit my website at Alejandra.tv, or you can watch my other back to school organizing videos on my YouTube channel. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful and I'll see you soon. Bye.